Hey Ian, you ready?
You bet I am. What are we talking about tonight? And talk about guns?
If it's not a 30 cal, I'm not in.
Jeez, mate, that's not very inclusive. Have you seen Jono?
Hey Jono, you ready?
Well, God knows where he is, mate. He's probably caught up in the neighbour's wire again. Are you ready to go? Let's do this.
Mate, I'm ready. Let's crank it up.
Righto then. Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of the Hunters Campfire, where we're going to talk about all things hunting and the great outdoors. And we'll probably throw in a few tips along the way.
You want a tip? Say it once, say it 1,000 times. Goats love rocks.
Or a few things about deer. Mark, what do you reckon about deer?
As a deer hunter, I love hunting pigs.
Well, that's about as useful as I expected it to be. Oh, check it out. Here comes Jono. He's being chased by the neighbour's dog.
Okay guys, let's get this started. Welcome to the Hunters Campfire. Pull up a chair, get comfortable. It's time for the Hunters Campfire.
Pause and love. And we are actually really live tonight.
We're really live.
Hills?
Really
live.
As opposed to the
That's right.
semi-live.
We're live to air.
Oh, you're going straight on.
Don't stuff it up.
So I'm drinking beers. Good.
Okay,
Very relaxed. It's not my first radio.
Second.
that's right.
Second radio.
It's not my first rodeo.
Very good. Well, we're in location tonight, which is very
I
exciting.
think that's on location.
In and on. No, I'm still in location.
We're in the shed.
You're on location.
On location.
I'm in theme on location.
So where are you? What do you?
Well, that's the
What
secret.
are you doing?
Very top
Oh,
secret.
okay. Well, I don't need to know exactly where you are, but what are you doing there?
South
What's
East
going
Queensland.
on?
Southeast Queensland.
I've raised it more than once. This is the start of my red deer raw.
The campaign.
The campaign to take some sort of reasonable red stag. Yep, I'm here with Lawson. Lawson runs a guiding business, and I'll let you talk about your own business in a second, of course. Nature's Perks this is the rebranded version of what you're doing now.
Yep, 6 times over.
Yep, 6 times over, that's all right. But this is a scouting trip today, so we're scouting red deer on this block. How big's the block?
13,000 acres.
Yeah, it's just a small one up here where we are. And the idea is to go out and check some trail cams and get some eyes on some action and some animals that are here. And the controlled version of me will maybe document what's here as much as possible, get some footage of what's here as much as possible, and then come back in the first week of April and target a specific animal. The uncontrolled version of me is likely to tip something over tomorrow morning at about 8 o'clock and just go home. But you're going to restrain me from doing that, at least for the first half an hour.
If it's the fun that I want for you, then no, let's pull the trigger.
You got to wait for it to be roaring at least. Come on.
Well, I bought the raw
Yeah.
and I practiced for 2 hours on the way here.
Well, you know, if you put the first one in his bum, he'll start roaring.
Shoot him up the arse, yeah?
He'll start roaring if you do that, and then there you go.
First one's to slow them down, they say, you reckon?
And an anchor.
Yeah. So, yes, that's where we are. We'll talk a bit more about it as we go through. But it's been an interesting week. What's going on at the in the city? What's
In the city, the big smoke.
it was Vegas?
Well, I'm actually heading up to the, to the country, if I'm in the city, to the country tomorrow myself to check on the trail cams before. This is the last check, so I will simply take up the little memory card, swap them all out. I don't know if I'm going to move any of them. I do, as I said before, I believe that I will probably have one that now has really good pictures of fish. But it didn't rain anywhere as heavy as I thought, so maybe it's still steady and where it should be. So I'm doing the same thing tomorrow, and then it'll be the 2 weeks wait, and that first week in April we'll all be up there.
Yeah. We will.
So
Yep.
that's it.
So it'll be a chit-chat in the first week of April. These two are on their blocks. Chasing deer, we'll be up here. We'll be mad on the text message machines trying to figure out who's getting what and what action's going on. It's exciting. I love this time of year.
It is exciting. Yeah, we're all going to be within, I mean, not as the crow flies, not that far away,
No.
but completely different parts of the Brisbane Valley, all
Yeah.
chasing a decent red stag, hopefully. So it's going to be interesting because
I'm
we've
going
never
to go for Jeff.
Well, look, if we're honest, I know where Jeff lives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's my place. My block's the Jeff block. It's where they make the Jeffs. It's the
That's
Jeff
right.
factory.
Yeah.
And that's the way it goes. It's the Jeff factory. But I like Jeff, Jeff's okay.
It's okay.
Jeff's okay. A roughie is, a roughie is a roughie.
I've got something in mind that I've got to. So last time I hunted the raw, I shot a 5.5, and I said whatever I shot had to have minimum 5 on one side. This year it's got to be a minimum of 6 on one side. So 6 by 5.
Is that old mate
double
behind
6. No, that's a 4.4. That's the first stag I ever shot. Oh no, actually no. This one over there, that's the 5.5 that I shot. Correct. Yeah.
Between the
This
camera.
one I shot 2 years ago. Can you not see him? There he is.
Yeah, no.
5.5. Yeah, he's not the oldest. Yeah, 5.5. I got that in 2023. I didn't hunt the raw last year. But this year, it's got to be a really old, really something with a lot of character, or a 6.6 or a 6x5 or something like that for me.
Well,
I've shot multiple 4.4s. I don't need another one. I'll let him go for someone else.
Yeah.
So,
let's talk about that for a sec. I've been thinking about we're going to put some video out around this year's season, and there's always a narrative that goes around it. So we're pretty well known as public land hunters. We love going to Nundle, we love going to the Pilliga, we like the whole state forest scene. It's it's a challenge. It's a very unique challenge. But this year there's a focus. Well, I mean, I've changed the focus just for the red deer raw to do this on private land, and not only that, with a guide over here that's going to help me get through that process. Jono, your situation's a little bit different again. You're part of a club. Do you want to talk about the environment that you're going to hunt in and the costs associated, not necessarily total cost, but just like what's the setup in your example?
Yeah, so I'm a member of the Ridge group, and then through the Ridge group you get access to they have what's their annual ballot, which has been running for many years, which is run through Clark McGee, who's a good friend of mine. It's paid access, so yes, you have to be a Ridge member. You have to be qualified as well. So we run through a lot of pest management for Clark and behalf of a lot of the landowners. And yes, we do pay for access, and then we pay a trophy fee for that. Clark's got access to a number of properties where he's controlling deer numbers for the farmers. And the Ridge ballot has been running, I think, for 26 or 27 years now. It's very well known in Australia. They've produced some huge stags. I've shot all my stags through the Ridge group and that ballot. It is a ballot. You go in, you put your nominations in, you say I want to hunt this block on this week, and if you're lucky you get it. If you don't, you get put into a different week in a different block. Yeah, it is just a ballot system. So
what's the chances of drawing a ballot?
Oh, you'll get on. Whether or not you get on to your preferred week and your preferred block is up there. Most of the time I've got my preferred block and my preferred week, but I know some people who haven't.
That's a pretty good odds.
It is very good odds. I mean, you can't dictate that someone's going to get. You can get access to a block, but doesn't mean the deer are going to be roaring. There's going to be deer there. There's going to be stags. It depends where you're going, when you're going. But that's hunting. And whether you're hunting private or public, it's the same thing. They're wild animals, and they're not guaranteed to be there. They could be on the block this week. They might not be there next week. So yeah, look, Clark's very well known in Australia, especially for his red deer, and the Ridge group. They promote a lot of research. That's what they primarily are. But they, a couple of the years that I've hunted with the Ridge group, we have done some scientific studies. We've taken samples and submitted those to numerous universities. They do a number of studies because that's what the Ridge group is. I think they're running a new one this year as well about the research into the historic herd, I think it is, about trying to trace back the historic herd of the original animals that were released, where in Australia they were gifts from the Queen. So that's the latest research that they're doing through DNA testing.
Yeah. So recapping that, you got to be a member to then enter the ballot. There's probably a fee to enter the ballot, and then there's trophy fee on top.
There's trophy fees on top of that, correct?
Yep. Cool. Awesome. So that's option 2. Option 1, I've full on guided with the expert in the industry over here.
Big words there, Hal.
And you're
more than one syllable, so big word. Me shooty deary, you eaty. We walkie, you shooty, me eaty.
I open gate.
Yeah, you notice I had to close the gate at least once.
I know.
The service was.
I just think he's probably setting expectations.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay. We'll do that early. So, Jono, you're doing that, but you're not guided as such. I'm
on my own.
You're up to your own.
I get a block, and I'm on my own. So I have to fully hunt it on my own. So
Yeah. And then Mark,
which I enjoy. I love that. That's my favorite type of hunting. So it's very, very reminiscent of public land, but on a private block. But I get an area, I can hunt it however I want to hunt it. So,
and the far other extreme is Mark's worked for Access, gets to look after the relationship, goes and hunts a munter.
So
Jeff.
before we discuss munter hunting, so corner crossing ruled legal in Wyoming. Just
really?
15 hours
Okay.
ago.
What was that? Come on, that's big news.
That's why I'm reading it.
Munterland. Come on.
That's right. A 3-judge panel
Oh, God.
of the U.S. Court of Appeals, just slow down there, hot down. Court of Appeals for the Western U.S. today ruled that corner crossing or accessing public land at a common corner with private land is legal and protected by federal law.
That's brilliant. What an outcome.
That's
It's an
awesome.
interesting outcome.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Geez, that's going to
So-
change land value.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So
that's
let's
what
talk
caused
about munter
the
hunting.
podcast.
So I probably have the kind of traditional model where, kind of door knocking. I didn't door knock as such. I had a very good friend who now lives in France, and his family are old Kilcoy family. So I got invited onto their property, and the owner still lives on the property. It's basically now a registered property, so he doesn't run anything on anymore. It's registered, and he just quite happy for me to wander around there and do what I want to do for a carton of beer per visit. I text him, so I'm coming up. He says, sure, bring him a carton of beer because that's what he likes. And when I stay overnight, the family have they've made a little holiday spot on one of the. So there's a nice little place to stay. He runs if I'm going to stay there, he'll actually go down and slash it and flatten it out, which is really nice. So over the years, I've been hunting that block. It's a very small block, and I've been hunting that, and I've had some success on it. And basically, by standing in his backyard or in his house block as people come in, I've met other people in the area. Had some really interesting feedback on things like, ADA and all the different personalities to get some interesting feedback. And last year, I recorded some as you might remember, thermal imaging of 2 dogs getting wild on a dam on the next door block. And it was my entrance. It was my opportunity to talk to the guy next door and say, hey, you got wild dogs on his block? He said, if you see them, shoot them. And the conversation went there. So he's now allowed me access to his block. So I send 2 text messages now, and they both say no problem. And so what I do is I usually cross one into the other. And the guy behind that block, he's now heard of me and he wants to have a chat. So I'm slowly taking over all the available deer hunting land in the Brisbane Valley, and I'll kick everyone off and make it my own little fiefdom. And so for me, it's even, it's even less than public land hunting, because when you hunt with public land, you get a map that tells you where your boundaries are. I don't get that. So I often I'm going, is this a boundary fence or is this a paddock fence?
You need to talk to Rob from Athena and get your maps done.
Yeah,
Definitely.
The trouble is the maps, once you get up on the top block there, those fences just, whatever, they just...
Yeah, but there will be...
There may be
gotta be
somewhere,
survey
maybe there is
marks.
some record of who owns what, but it's
It's got to be
pretty,
survey marks.
it's pretty, it's old country up there, and you just walking along and all of a sudden you kind of going, oh, that's a fence post there. So, yep. So, yeah, so that's my hunting experience up there. So I'm completely, self-guided. The property, the first property, he's not particularly interested. He's adjusts it, so he lives there and he doesn't really care what goes on, as long as I, take care of the dogs and pigs as they come across. The guy next door, he's more active, so he's interested in what I'm doing. So, and that's allowed me to talk to other people. So yeah, it's the old door knock. And the guy next door doesn't even drink, so I generally take him older copies of Australian Shooter magazine and leave them at his front gate for him to read.
Nice.
So it's very lonely in a lot of ways. That's the difference I find between this and public land hunting. Up there, I can't, invite anyone else. So you do this all by your lonesome.
Yeah,
And, when I turn up there, the property owner's often not there. He'll be away, so I just park my vehicle in his, in his paddock, his, house block, and I'll access the block, and the only thing I'll have with him is a text message, and he'll just say something like, okay. Yeah. So that's it. So I go, come up, Tom, blah, 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 Bill or whatever, going to come up and have a chat. He goes, yeah. And just say, okay.
Okay.
And that's it.
Typical cocky response to that.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
The other guy's a bit more chatty. The other guy says, yeah, sure, mate, no problem. But that's it. And so I won't probably see them. I might not talk to them. And I usually, beer fridge downstairs has got a bolt on it, and I undo the bolt, put beer in it, close it up. So, yeah, that's it. And even his dog wanders off. So sometimes his dog's there and he's not there. So the dog just turns up, and that's it. So it's a really relaxed, oldie style type of hunting.
Very good. All right. Well, before we interrogate Lawson as to the life of a guide, anything else you want to raise first?
Yeah, I want to have a whinge.
Are you going to have a complaint?
Here we go.
I'm sorry.
So no, this is interesting. Okay, so my nephew in England has got into fishing, and that's not an easy thing to do in England because bloody every drop of water is owned by somebody. So, and he's not fly fishing; he's what they call coarse fishing, is what we call fishing. Okay, so I decided that I would send him one of my older fishing reels, and when I went to send it to him, I said, the very nice people at the post office said, so you better put a price on it. Okay, so I lose it. So I put a price on it, sent it to him. And in England now, this is a really interesting thing. If you send someone a gift, they put GST on the gift. They call it VAT. They call it value add tax. They literally put nearly $100 Australian of tax on this fishing reel. So my nephew had to pay almost $100 Australian just to get his gift. Okay.
For a $50 reel.
So it's come back. They told him, don't pay it. So
it came back.
It's looped back. Because they don't want it. They don't. The POMs don't want it. So they just sent it back. How's that?
Pay for it to be returned?
No.
That's some
it
even
probably
more
costs more in postage.
That's it. So there you go.
I heard somewhere the other day, if you want to get free postage, all you got to do is put the sender's name on the back of the envelope and your name on the front of the envelope, stick it in the post, and then when it shows up at your place, return it. Just refuse delivery, and it gets returned to the place you sent it to start with.
It's not me. Yeah. Return to sender.
Return to sender.
Return to sender, address unknown. Isn't that the song?
That's it. Return to sender.
Yeah. Anyway, there's your cheat for the night. Pro hack. All right.
So that's my whinge.
Anything else you want to whinge about?
No.
I wanted. And I guess it's not a whinge, but I want to talk about hearing protection.
Sounds like a whinge.
Well, a little bit. So I have multiple options, as we can see here. So I went to the range on Sunday morning to go and check my rifle for upcoming deer season. So I've got the red deer roar, and I've got hunt camp coming up, and then I've got a private fallow block that I'm going down to. And typically when I go to the range, I use a set of electronic ear defenders because I want to hear the range officer. But for some reason, they didn't fit properly. They just did not sit right, and the noise was really, really hurting my ears. It was was letting all the noise in. And I've had these for years and years and years, but I think the way I store them is collapsed like that, and the foam is actually squished, I think, and they didn't fit to my ears anymore. And the noise really bothered me. So I ended up going up to the Belmont really well. You go up to the range office there, and they sell little silicone ones, and I put them in, and then I put these on top, and it was fine. From an ear protection point of view, what are you using? What do you recommend? Because these just really let me down. I've got these Beretta ones, which are great, but they are huge. They are so big. I find that they work well, but they're uncomfortable. So what have you got? What do you recommend?
I'm glad you raised this because I just happen to have hearing protection. I leave them in the car because I shoot shotgun every week, if not twice a week. So these are the ones that I use. These are Axel somethings. They come. There's two different flavors. I can't remember what exactly they're called, but they're the Axel headphones. They're electronic, the same as yours. They're a cut down low profile, so you're not interfered with the shotgun. I've got them on backwards, but same deal. I can turn them on. I can still hear you. Everything works fine. I can hear the range officer. I have two pairs of these in my car because my son often comes down to the range and he gets a pair. We can still talk. I can still shoot. Everything works really well. These are awesome. But they have the same foam insert that you're talking about. Yeah. So these aren't my hunting headphones. These are shotgun headphones, or they're my range headphones. Absolutely, if I'm going to the range, they're bloody good. Try them, I think. They've got inputs for for music, and you can get a Bluetooth version if you want. So you can connect in the Bluetooth if you want. But they're awesome headphones. Beretta also sell the new product called Sorden or Svorden or
Sorden.
Now they're
Sorden.
gel caps.
Yeah.
So the difference between the foam and the gel caps is the gel caps will form over your sunglasses and over the little bits of your cap. You might find that you had a cap on that helped keep the headphones away from your ear, and that's what was letting it in. I've found that quite a bit. If I don't have
mine
it
was
sitting on
letting
properly,
hear.
yeah, you'll just get that. It'll hit the bone and it'll hurt your jaw.
Yeah.
Is what's happening.
Okay.
So you might find that that's what it was, but I highly recommend those. These are about $100. They're cheap
Yeah.
for what you get. The
I
Sorden ones are
use-
more expensive.
Sworden's like $600. I use Earmore, and they're around $200. And they've got the gel inserts like the Sorden, but they've also got the insert as well. So they basically shove it in your ear, it fits your ear, and then same situation, certain decibels it'll cut out and like that. So I use Earmore. I found it really, really nice to use, and that gel insert. So very similar to a Sorden, but not a Sorden.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that I was going to say was, I use the same brand, Axel, plug-in headphones when I'm hunting. Well, I like to say that I do. I carry them. Neither can I. That's why I carry them everywhere.
Yeah.
So they're Axel. They're the same brand. They're noise cancelling. They just go over your ear and they just plug in. But I can't.
Still want to hear everything.
I want to hear. Yeah, that's exactly.
So,
Even though you can still hear things, I just don't like the artificial hearing. I want to be able to hear steps and cracks and breaks. And even though the artificial's there and you can hear it, I trust my senses, electronic senses, if that makes sense.
These annoy the daylights out of me when I'm walking and all you can hear is your crunchy feet
crunch.
and all of that sort of stuff. It's just a pain in the ass.
2 cents.
And I've got a bit of my wife says I've got a cap fetish. I've got like 50 different caps sitting on a thing at home. So she thinks I've got some weird thing with caps, but secretly I've got some weird thing with headphones. I just buy headphones because I'm always looking for that ultimate set of headphones that do a great job. So I bought these things on a recommendation off a Facebook page, and they're shit.
Same brand, Axel.
Yeah, so they're good electronic headphones. So stick them in, turn the electronic on. It does cancel the noise out. It does exactly what they say. But I thought I'd get them so that I could listen, like I could use them when I was on the lawnmower, or listen to some music at the same time. Shit music quality,
Yeah.
and like really trash music quality, and it picks up the noise of the ride on mower. It makes mechanical buzzing.
Yeah.
So, do they do a good job as a hunting headphone? Yeah, sure. If you like walking around with things plugged in your ears, they do a good job. If you've got the time to poke them in your ears before you shoot, which often you do, like our scenario this next couple of days, hopefully we're going to be in a situation, if we're going to take a shot, that we're analysing and looking and spending the time. At that point in time, you've got time to put your buds in. But if that's the case, would I just carry headphones? Not sure. A lot of people wear them.
I still wouldn't. I can't do it for the raw because I want to hear. Like if we're calling and him, like a stag's walking in, I want to hear everything.
Could you walk around with headphones?
Yeah, nah. I can't. I just can't do it personally.
So you're willing to damage your hearing?
Yeah. I'm already half deaf because of it. So
Yeah.
But in the field's different to at the range. That's for me.
Oh, sure.
yeah.
But is it? Because it only takes one shot in the wrong place, or someone next to you's let that shot off, and you could really damage your hearing.
Well, yeah, I remember a few years ago, I shot a red hind, and I was laid up next to a.
Didn't you take half a Mark's hearing out? At the
I
belly
did.
plug?
I wasn't going to go there. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Sort of might.
Yes, I did. I almost made Mark deaf. She didn't go.
It's deaf, man.
But I shot a red hind, and I was laid up next to the farmer's shed, and the noise just reverberated off that shed, and my eardrums rang for about 2 days after that. And yes, then I did almost blow Mark's eardrum out. So I bought him a bottle of rum to say sorry.
I've actually got both of those. So I got Sordens. I've got them in Blaze Orange, and I've got an older pair of Axles. And what I find with the Axles now is they still work, but the kind of rubberized coating.
On the outside, yep.
Yeah, it's done what that rubberized coating does in Australia. It's getting all tacky. And what I did was I got acetone on it and basically kind of half burn it off. So they've got a really interesting finish to them. They're so my boy wears the axles at the range, and I wear the Swordens at the range. And I've got blaze orange ones because I got them for the intention that I might wear. The intention was I would wear them when I was hunting, i.e. when I'm, especially with the raw, and you might be looking at that deer for half an hour and just getting in position and putting them on and dropping the hammer on it. I reckon it'd be really hard to wear them all the time in the state forest when you're ducking under things and ducking over things and stuff like that. They certainly have their applications. I like the idea of trying to wear them when I'm hunting, but I'm the same. I just
never. For me, it never happens.
Man, it's hard. Yeah. So yeah, I've got both. And from a noise cancelling point of view, what the only issue with the Swordens is the way the batteries actually load into the thing. It's it's like okay, sure.
You need to be surgeon to get them in there.
Yeah, they really. It's a really weird way that they've set the battery compartment up. But other than that, they're pretty good. I quite like them. They're much more comfortable than the axles. But the axles I used them since COVID, and they work pretty well.
Oh, look, I think as far as value for money, at $100,
those ones right there that Ian's got, which is the basic axle model with you can plug a headphone into them or a mic into them, maybe.
I think you can plug. I don't know what that jack is. I've never looked at the instructions.
I think it might be like a mic jack.
It into an old school phone.
Yeah, headphone mic. Yep.
A microphone, maybe.
Like come on, breaker,
like a doorman.
I thought it was a plug to plug into my phone if it had an audio jack, so I could listen to music.
Maybe.
So anything about Earmore is you can actually listen to music while you.
Well, the next model up from these are Bluetooth.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the $100 pair. $200 pair has Bluetooth.
Yeah. Cool.
So they have that as well. But again, value for money. Electronic headphones, best ones I've used at the range with shotgun shooting. Good profile, good quality.
$125 off from Beretta Australia.
Yeah,
good value to get a pair because the amount of shooting you do, Ian, for them. I mean, you shoot every week with the shotgun. Yep. So if that's working, then yeah, I've got to get a pair of them.
They're brilliant, and I've got a bunch of people down at our range into these, and I've got 10 boxes, 10 pairs of these Bluetooth versions sitting in my office at home, ready to hand out at the local shopping club as prizes. Yeah. You have to come win prize, mate.
Oh, I'll come at you. I've almost outshot you once. So
we might be able to rig it so you win something. I wouldn't do that.
No, you wouldn't.
Good round. Lucky door prize.
You can't stand losings.
Could be a lucky door prize.
Right. I would rather win 10 more pairs of these than let you have a pair.
All right. Well, we still need to do the shotgun comp, so we can.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done.
Right. Okay. Anything else on hearing protection? Other than, I've got one more thing to add. The good old plastic bloody thing that goes around your neck with buds on it that you can just wear around your neck. No electronics, no anything, so that if you're in a situation when you're out hunting, you can just plug them in like you had at Nunnall last time.
That's what I have.
Just the shitty $10 Bunnings ones that plug in.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's what I have. I carry those around my neck when I'm in the field. If I have time, I'll put them on. So if a deer's feeding or a goat's feeding or whatever, and I've got enough time, I'll pop those in. If it's a quick shot, no. But yeah, just $10 for 2 pairs from Bunnings.
Every time I go hunting, I have every intention of protecting my hearing. And then last time I went out and we knocked over those few deer, not one of them did I stick hearing protection. Yep. 12 deer later, old mate that was with me is like, damn, that gun's loud. I'm like, what?
And if you've got a muzzle brake on it, geez, in the territory.
Don't make friends with dickheads with muzzle blades.
I was stood next to.
As a podcast, I'm more inclusive than that. I'm sorry, muzzle brake people.
I was stood next to Adam in the territory when he shot those pigs with the 300 Win Mag.
I used to have a muzzle brake on one of my guns.
Jeez, my eardrums after that.
So antisocial.
Nah.
Whenever I go to the range, I always end up next to the guy with the muzzle brake.
That's why when you book in and you book in the one that says no muzzle brake. That's what I do. So I book it in so I'm not near them.
No, so Ripley, Belmont lets you do that, but at Ripley you don't get a choice. So, But no, Belmont you can. But if it's last minute, I booked Saturday.
Yeah, because I'm out there Friday. Because I've decided I am going to set the 3006 up for 180 grains because I'm going to set it up so we can have it ready to go all the way through to August when we go down and blow up Samba.
Oh, okay.
So the 3006 is going to be 180, so the 308 is going to change the zero and that for the 150s.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I got an inquiry about ammo, which made me go through my ammo safe, and I started thinking, oh, okay, what am I going to do with all this stuff?
Just shoot it. Right. Well, before we get on to talking to Lawson, I had one more thing that I wanted to bring up, and we're continuing on the safety theme. Mark, this is one that's probably I know it's close to you as well. Is skin protection.
Yeah.
So I a week ago I had my annual skin check, and which I do every year, and I highly recommend everyone does it. And I had to go back yesterday to have a skin cancer cut out of my finger, as we can see there.
Ah,
now joy. So I always put sunscreen on my face. I always put sunscreen, when the territory and that. I've never thought of putting it on my fingers. And I ended up with the skin cancer on my finger. So I just wanted to say...
It happens a lot. It happens a lot
PSA,
on people.
Wear gloves, put sunscreen on your hands, do whatever. That's all I wanted to say.
Especially if you're as pasty white as Jono.
Yeah.
Yes. My European ancestry there, my Dutch ancestry. But yeah, I had a skin cancer cut out of my hand yesterday.
You're too short to be Dutch.
No, my mother's maiden name, Mark, is Van Heimert, which is very, very close to yours. So it's
sounds like a lovely woman.
And she is, yes. But yeah, all I wanted to say is look after your skin because
it's
getting
important.
shit cut out of you is not fun.
Even if it's not your hands.
No, I've had shit cut out of my face. I've had shit cut out of my neck. Mark, I know you've had multiple.
Yeah, I've never had a skin cancer. I just had a world-renowned skin doctor, the guy I used to go to who retired, and he was very, very knife happy. I wasn't expecting a hole that big in my hand. He goes, I don't like that. That's coming out. That's coming out. That's coming out. That's coming out. And he would take them out and he'd bring back. They're all clear, but just check it.
So this one has been sent off for pathology.
So biopsy, yeah.
Been sent off for biology.
So one year I went to, I had around 50 stitches in my body. And then I went to Pilliga for a week and slept on the ground for a week.
But yeah, all I want to say is look after your skin, wear sunscreen, wear gloves, wear UV safe clothing.
Yeah, that's the big one. There's
wear long. That's it. That's why I wear long pants and long shirts.
And I'll give them a plug again. Our buddies over at Hunters.
Yep.
There's a lot of clothing you can get that is not SPF rated. Don't you spend a lot of time in the outdoors. You spend a lot of time under the sun. Doesn't matter whether it's winter or summer. Pick a brand that you like, but pick a brand that's sun smart as well.
Yep. Same. I wear long sleeves, wear long pants, whatever.
That's what it is now. And I wear the neck wrap.
Yep, I got the
because it's down the back, especially you got a pack on and it's pulling it down.
Yeah.
All right.
All I want to say is PSA. Be sun smart.
Good job.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's talk to Lawson.
Right. Well, I guess that's why you're there, on yeah.
Interrogation. All right, let's do this.
What are we going to interrogate him about?
Well, I thought it was a good opportunity for Lawson to speak on behalf of Nature's Perks and tell the world about the experience he offers his customers.
Yes.
And that doesn't sound like a very good interrogation.
Well,
right? Hose him or waterboard?
The interrogation
come on.
Along the way, okay? So listen to the detail and then interject.
Okay.
But more importantly for me, I want to hear what he offers his customers because I'd like to know what my next few days
but when does the waterboarding start?
So take it away.
None of it.
Oh, this is live,
This is it, mate. Value adding.
That's right. It's going to be really careful.
How many listeners have we got live right now, Joe?
I know, but one of them is identified themselves as Obama.
As long as they don't get Trump.
Tell us about Nature's Perks.
Tell us about Nature's Perks. All right. Oh, so much pressure. What do? So Nature's Perks, we do guided hunts, we do educational hunts, we do hunting and fishing giveaways. We do quite a fair bit now. We've also started doing some recipes and articles, and we're moving into the online education side of things as well. There's a fair bit happening at this time of year. It's mainly just focusing on courses and the red stags through the Raw, and then once May hits, we start doing some education hunts and some courses. So the courses involve everything from butchering to cooking, you name it. Basically, if you're a new hunter, we teach you everything you need to know to get out in the field and start learning about how to process, how to shoot, how to basically everything we can possibly teach you, we'll get into. And we've got a firearms instructor that comes on board. He helps with the teaching of how to shoot firearms, rifles with safety, how to sight your rifle in, how to clean your rifle. I'm a butcher, so I teach you the whole butchering. We've got a chef coming this year. We're going to talk about how to make your venison the best way possible. So, nice fillets and how to make a nice stew. I also show you how to make sausages. There's a fair bit happening at Nature's Perks, but also at the same time we do giveaways. So we do hunting and fishing giveaways. We've got a big one happening now. We've got Samba Hunt giveaway happening for, I think it's May from memory.
That's to your members, right?
Yeah, so if you sign up, you get tickets, but you can also just buy tickets separately as well. So, yeah, we do. We've got a huge one coming up. It's a New Zealand hunt. It's only just, we've just signed the dotted line the other day. You get to shoot a 350 SCI stag, so a monstrous.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah, and we'll fly you over and do all that. And then you get to do a wine tour with your missus or your mates, whoever you take. You get to take someone with you. And second prize is you get to come out here with me, and we won't give you a wine tour, but I'll give you
a Great Northern.
Take out the pub.
Yeah, and we'll go shoot a stag here.
That's right.
Yeah, so
that's a massive prize.
That is huge.
It's huge. So
we haven't launched that yet, have you?
It's just we
heard it here first.
Yeah, the whole actually second
Exclusive.
No, Lawson. When he says you heard it here first, you're supposed to agree with that, brother.
Sorry, Mark. Well,
Okay.
we put a podcast out yesterday.
But don't give me details.
Yes, you heard it here first.
There we go.
Yeah, it's all expenses paid. Basically, you jump on the plane, you go over there, you hunt for 4 days.
Private land. Behind wire.
You get to shoot a 300
over apples.
Does it have a rope burn around its neck?
Yeah, I don't think anyone would play.
Does it respond to the name? You know, they're like, come here.
Give me a daisy.
Daisy. Run, Daisy, run.
Get out of the way. Yeah, so, you get to shoot a 350 SCI. I hope it's saying that right. Is that correct, Mark? I'm assuming it is.
It is
SCI. Well,
yeah.
That's a big deer. That's a big deer.
It's a big deer, yeah, very big deer. Big stag.
So how long... So you've launched this competition. How do you enter?
So you head to the Nature's Perk website. You can either sign up. It makes more sense to sign up personally because if you're a top tier member, you get 10 tickets each month automatically. We're not going to draw this stag hunt until January next year. So you can buy separate tickets whenever you like. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're obviously in that same time. We do fortnightly giveaways. And we'll try and do bi-monthly or second monthly fishing trips. So the next fishing trip we're looking at is in Victoria, chasing snapper and whiting. Excuse me.
King George
yeah,
whiting.
So we've got something happening every second month with a giveaway on top of the big giveaway, which is our 2 prizes, a hunt in New Zealand or a hunt with me. So... the hunt with me is worth $5,000. The hunt in New Zealand's worth 15. So
big prize that. Wow.
Very big prize. Yeah. So we're excited. It's only just happening. We're going to start doing some teasers, and I believe Jesse on the way up here. I was watching my phone as I was driving, which you shouldn't do, kids. Was making website. The website was getting made for that to start happening. Yeah.
Sounds exciting.
I hope that made sense because I feel like it did.
Definitely. Mate, I think Jono's already signing up.
I'm on it already. I'm on the website right now. No,
tell,
I'm
you
not
can see that
passing that up.
the screen's changing against his face.
That's right up here. You can.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm on the website right now.
What was it? It was for the month that we released this podcast. Lawson will give you a 2-for-1 if you use the Hunters Campfire code. Is that what you said?
I'll try and get Jesse to work out how to do that.
There you go. All right. You heard it here first.
Yeah, there you go. We'll try and work that out how to do that. So so it's all we're going hell for leather. But yeah, we've got 4 courses happening. 1 or 2 of them are booked out. One of them are like a couple are left. And they also 2 of them now have the R license on top of that. So, but you don't have to do the R license if you don't want to. You can just come and do the course. The R license is separate, so I've got a guy who does that separately.
Oh.
And just quickly, membership plan, top plan, gold tier, that's $10 a month. And you can get a 15 grand trip.
Yeah,
So it's
it
what a
makes-
bargain. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense because you're getting 10 tickets for the
Per
next
month.
how many months till January? 7 or probably more than that. So you're getting 80 tickets. So yeah,
And how much is a ticket normally?
I think we're going to do the tickets for $25 or $20. I think I can't remember. That's Jesse's department.
Huh.
But yeah, so it makes sense to sign up.
Yeah, send us your credit card, mate. I'll sort it off, yeah. I do, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I do.
Put us all on there.
Hook us all up. We're all on memberships.
Hunters Campfire credit card. Here we go.
Yeah. Bang on.
That's why we love it. There we go. All right. Very good. You've got us. You've got us and our 100,000 listeners all signing up. So there we go.
Yeah,
But
there we
yeah,
go.
this time of year we focus on the red stag hunts. With Ian's coming now. Do a bit of pre-scouting. Tobias from the Australian Hunting Backcountry, he's been coming up and doing some helping me. We've got probably 8 cameras, I think, from memory around the joint. So tomorrow, Hells and I are going to have a look at them. Yeah, so we've been very busy. We've also, our toilet's flowing about 40 metres down the hill.
There'll be no pooping this week. No pooping.
Yeah, we're still rebuilding after the cyclone. So yeah, it is a bush camp, very basic, but I will cook it. Everything's catered for when you rock up. So all you have to do is bring your own swag, your own alcohol, because I'm not allowed to sell it, obviously. And I'll cook for you. All you have to do is sit beside the fire, have a nice bebo. Especially in April, it's an amazing feeling because you can hear the stags roaring down the valley below.
Are you going to cook on Thursday night?
Thursday night, yeah, normally it's rib fillet night.
Here we go then. I know what I'm doing on Thursday night.
All right. So let's talk through. Let's start with this property.
Yep.
Right. Not obviously not the location, but why is this a great property to come to?
Well, firstly, it's 13,000 acres, so it's just very hard to. It's also very hard to get into, as you found out this afternoon.
Yep. The Polaris nearly bounced off the trailer a few times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huge mountain ranges around it. So behind camp, basically, is where I call it the Jurassic Park area. You just walk down below camp and they're screaming during the roar. There's so much water, there's so much feed, there's so many does here. You've got state forests on both ends of the property. There's just so much game here and like I've been here now 2 years and never normally not see it. Very rarely I've never seen nothing. I've never had a bad run here yet, which is other than the first time I put the stick through my radiator, which was that poor guy got to come back and shoot one anyway. So it's a big place, lots of water, lots of food, lots of does, and
Therefore, decent stacks.
therefore the big boys will probably start walking back now. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are reports we've seen on the socials over the last week of the roar kicking off in other parts of the country. There's action happening, so be interesting to see what tomorrow morning looks like.
Yeah. Normally New South Wales starts a little bit earlier than us, from what I have researched. But hopefully these boys start around the first week of April.
Hopefully they start tomorrow.
That'll be pretty cool. I'll have to start changing things around, but I'm guessing first week of April it'll all start happening. But it's quite cool. It's what time is 20, and I reckon it'll be around 20 degrees.
Yeah, it's cooled off for sure. There's a cool change across the state. So that's all right. All right, so the property's immense.
Yep.
Undulating, plenty of walking to be done. So that's cool. plenty of animals that are here. What do you then offer to your customer? Right, so it's a full, what you would call turnkey experience. You just show up and you put it all on. But like, what's included in that?
So obviously we try and do the best food we possibly can. We pretty much guarantee, we don't guarantee you, but we can pretty much guarantee an animal. That's very hard to do in this situation. While it's all wild, look, and again, you're paying to be here. It's a very special place. It's very pretty. It's very scenic. I've had guys come along and go, this is just amazing. We can drive up 500 metres that way and we're overlooking the Brisbane Valley. You can see the Glasshouse Mountains. You can see pretty much right down the coast. It's a very pretty area. I don't know if that answers your question, but it's just a special place to be. This little shed, keep telling people it's not about this area, it's about out there. It's big rolling hills, deer are there, plenty of game. I've driven in the last 2 weeks and we've seen pigs every time driving in. And I saw a dog driving in as well. You probably didn't see him. You're a bit behind. But the other wild dog sitting on the side of the road. There's plenty here.
And your customer comes in, hangs out camp. Obviously, like you said, you're catering and you're looking after the customer.
Yep.
Out on the hunt, to what extent are you supporting the hunter? Role do you play in that?
Well, we have a good chat first. Normally, a lot of our hunters are first time. This is their first raw. They're very anxious. Or then you also get the guys who just know what they're doing. You don't need to do anything. You basically go, let's go that way. And they just want basically direction of which way to go. So it depends on the person. For example, you and I, we've hunted together before. We'll just hunt. I have 2 groups coming in raw. One group has never hunted in their life. And I've got guys who have hunted Africa, Alaska, everything. They know what they want. They're just basically here to shoot a nice stag, have a nice time. They don't have to worry about like cooking. They don't have to worry about anything. All they want to do is hunt, drink beer by the fire, go to bed and have a nice experience with no telephones, nothing like that.
Sounds like a reasonable experience to me.
It's 2 hours from Brisbane and you're getting to shoot pretty much everything. We also do Texas Longhorns. We can do...
That's some impressive cattle.
Oh, yeah.
They are, aren't they?
Holy shit, do they look good? These speckled
Yep.
Texas Longhorns.
Brindley looking things with massive handlebars.
Yeah. The farmer bought over supposed to be the biggest female and steer. I don't know the whole situation of it, but anyway, the breeding genes for it. And there's one fella here, he's a steer. He'd been nearly 2.5 meters, not probably 2.5, but 2-ish meters across. He's just huge. Every time you see him, you're just like I get trigger happy looking at him because I just want one for my wall. But yeah, I've got one just down there about 40 meters, getting eaten by the ants. Because I'll chainsaw him later and I'm going to put a nice fallow rug around him, hanging up on the wall somewhere.
Well, speaking about that, then, what species are here? For people that want to contact you and chase a specific animal, you've obviously got reds. That's what we're here for this year.
Yeah, so we got reds. There are rooster here. They're also the odd fallow pops up every now and then, and there's also a lost chittle here as well.
That's just
Lost chittle.
But we don't see them regularly. There's been a mob of fallow getting around, but I don't touch them. I don't let them. I just leave them alone. They do their own thing. The rooster I leave as well. So we just focus on the reds.
Let's now talk. It got inappropriate off here there for a second. Okay, right, so no more touching. Okay, sorry. Good. Right. Okay. The last question I was going to ask is around. So you've had that conversation with your customer. Some of them just want, a point of direction. Some of them want like full guidance. What's going to happen? You're literally going to hand them the rifle when it's the right time, and they're going to get to shoot.
Pretty much.
So everything in between all of that. So if you're self-sufficient, you're going to come here. You're chaperoning more than anything.
Yeah.
The deer are usually that way. Off you go hunt them. You'll give them a hand with that. Deer's on the ground now. What?
Pretty much it's where I can take over, or if they want to learn, I'm happy to educate, and that's one thing we do. We're happy to educate people on that stuff. If they want, if it's a big stag, I can just teach them how to cape it. We can do the whole caping situation. If they don't want to have anything to do it, I'll just do it. And if they just want a Euro mount, that's fine. It's basically what they want. For example, tomorrow, if you shot the big stag, we would obviously go, all right, what would you like to do? Then you would say,
well, I tell you what I said last time. I reached out to Lawson nearly 12 months ago. Wasn't it 12 months ago?
yeah,
Must have been after the rut.
yeah, it was.
The local hunting club wanted it didn't matter what it was, but just some sort of young stag to do a taxidermy demo on. So they needed something that had the coronets at a bare minimum. And then they wanted to be able to, head cape and show the group how to do that. So I rang Lawson and said, hey, what can we do? And he was kind enough to donate us a young stag. And I came up here, we hunted it down, we shot one. But Lawson slipped into guide mode so quickly that as soon as it was on the ground and he'd made his way up to where I'd shot it, he said, so what are we doing now? What do you want me to do now? And I said, I want the full guide experience. To which on the inside, I could see him let out a big, here we go. But off you went, and you just went into caping and skinning and butchering, and you did the whole thing. I was more than happy to help. It was also good to see that whole process play out. So who knows what will happen tomorrow and the next day. I'm comfortable with all of the butchering part. I'm comfortable with all of the skinning. What I'm not comfortable with, and I wouldn't want to get wrong, is the head caping.
It's painful, but it's a slow process.
Yeah. And I don't even know whether the right answer is just lop it off at the neck and hand it off to...
That's what if during the raw, that's what I would be doing. If you can get there quick enough. Just because you don't want to wreck your stag of a lifetime. You want to, for example, for me, it's 2 hours not even 2 hours from my taxidermy. Actually less than that. If you want to do it, you do it that way. You get it quickly into them under ice or obviously not ice if you can do it refrigeration. But if not, you got to turn the ears, you got to do the eyes, you've got to do the mouth, and that we can do all that here. And we've got 40 kilos of salt in the back of them, so there's plenty of we can be sorted. So that's what this is for. The big bench
the
here,
salting table.
the salting table. So yeah, basically we cape him back. I go from the pizzle, and then you do a big ring, and then you work him all the way back because. Ideally, I didn't do that last time. But
No, you didn't.
Yeah, and
You've heard about that?
Oh yeah, Tony gave me a good spraying about that. So it was me being silly. Yeah, but yeah, obviously it depends on the client's wants. If they just want a Euro mount, we'll just lop the head off. Ideally, if they don't want the meat, I'm taking it. I've got dogs. I've got sausages I want to make. We do try not to waste anything because obviously we've got to me, it's a resource. I want food. I got business partners who've got kids. We've all got kids, so we just love mincing it, making sausages and pies and whatever else you can make with it. So, it's up to the client, but we don't waste anything. We can use it, we'll use it. So, yeah.
And you can organise to have it delivered to the taxidermist?
Yeah. No, we do everything. So if you just want to basically stay in your camp and relax, normally I would have someone else here. So I'll go off and drop it off taxidermy and they'll cook and do whatever they need to do around camp. So
it's good service.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but that's the joy about it, and nothing better than handing over a nice skull or a nice mount or a nice And I got one back last year. A guy sent me a message from Tasmania. He got his chittle heads and his red heads back, so it was really cool to see. And it makes you feel good inside because you've actually done something worthwhile. So yeah, his memories on his wall.
Are you using Tony up that way, Lawson?
Whatever the client, pretty much whoever the client chooses.
Oh, okay.
Tony. I use Tony because Tony's closest to me.
Yeah, I know more than one person who's made that dash.
Yes, yeah. Well, Tony's pretty much down the highway and turn left for me, so it makes sense. And I've got him on speed dial. Also got River Lee. If I do Texas Longhorns, I'll talk to Will Patel from River Lee. I also want to have a chat to Marcus from Down Under, but I haven't had a chat to him yet. He doesn't need any more work. He's super busy because he's one of the best. So him and Tony are obviously the best in the business from my understanding. So And Will's just starting out, and so I'll give him a crack this year too.
Hey, I suppose listening to what you're providing, what's your season? I know obviously the raw is what it is, but what's your kind of operating season? So if people are listening and they're not, they're not either available or they want to know what's going on outside of the raw.
It's a good question because I feel bad. I've had a lot of people on hold with the emails because I've kind of waited this long for our season to start. So basically, I do the raw. I don't let anyone shoot anything all through summer. And like I've been up here, we've mucked around, we've checked cameras, we've put cameras out, we've shot a couple of wild dogs just to keep them off the fawns. Because November or December, you got a couple of fawns running around.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, 1st of April to around September.
Oh, okay.
I try. Look, it depends how hot it gets. I go away for a buff hunt in July. I got the courses happening through there, so it's pretty much 1st of April to that August area. If someone wants to do an education hunt or something in September, I might do it. I don't know. I've got bagged out online about it, but I just don't see the point of being up here in September. I want to let the deer calm down. I want to let the deer. I'll leave them alone. Because obviously, you want the boys here for the raw. So, and you're not just a guide. You're actually trying to manage a herd as well, if that makes sense.
Most definitely. I'm just thinking. Actually, I've got a mate that I think you and I will get in contact with. He's just started, and I think it might be he's there. You go. He's just texted me now. He must be know we're talking about it.
He must be one of the live watchers.
He must be. Well, we are live, so maybe that's what it is. So
on top of that, Mark, because we've got so many people wanting to do education hunts, we've also brought in some goats.
Yep.
Because again, I don't want to keep shooting deer over and over again.
Yeah. Well, I was actually.
Well, we got pigs here.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah, exactly.
Mark, we're thinking about pigs.
So. Yeah, like we've got the guys who want to shoot their Texas Longhorns. We've got the guys who want to shoot deer. But during certain times of year, I just can't say, here you go, shoot a deer. Because, one, they might have a belly full of legs. And sometimes goats are just easier to teach on.
It's just such a good animal to train.
They are a great animal for people to learn how to hunt on.
Yep.
Yes. So I think there's 30 sitting in a pen not too far away from us. We'll probably have to go and check tomorrow, but yeah.
Give him a pat, feed him some apples.
What's the name? Start the beginning, the training to respond to whistle.
When we open the gate, you walk in a straight line 100 metres and
That's right.
stop.
When you see them, they'll turn left. How do you know? 2 blasts, the whistle's left.
Yeah, so for education reasons, that's why I bought them, just so we can. But yeah, we've also got an international importer, so we might start getting some big deer in as well, some 350 SCI, 250, the big hooers from New Zealand. But I'm not sure about what's happening there yet. I'm not. Yeah, that's not confirmed yet. But that's something obviously we're looking at because the property's big enough and we've got pens in the middle that we don't use. Something different.
Exciting.
There's a lot happening. Yeah, so we've also got cabins getting built on the property as well. That's down the track. If you don't want to camp out with me and be a feral, you can have a nice cabin experience overlooking the ranges of the Brizzy Valley. So, coming soon.
Cool.
That's very nice.
Well, because it's a good idea. Where do the punters go to figure out how to book a hunt?
So you can find us on socials. I can't talk yet.
6 beers will do that.
So
Drunk again.
Let's get the country music going.
He looks like he should sing country music.
Yeah, nature's
give him 2 more beers and maybe he will. He'll be serenading hills over there.
Part of the service.
Full guided experience.
That's it. Yeah, so I can't remember what to say.
Nature's Perks.
Yeah, Nature's Perks. Just type in Google, type in Nature's Perks. If not, just send me a message on social media.
SEO optimized.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Just type in Nature's Perks.
Yeah.
It might come up.
No, it will.
It does come up. I tested it. So
it should be the first one, whatever you mean. I don't know. It's Jesse's job. Jesse does all that stuff for me. But yeah, it comes up. Should be the first one, I think. Jono, is that right?
Correct. It is. Yes.
Good job. Yep. I saw something pretty cool today. just to change the subject, if you go and type in Burrito Australia,
You guys are first.
our video's right. It's pretty cool. Anyway, anything else, fellas, or are we going to call it a night?
Let's call it a night.
I think was a good
Call it a
chat.
night.
Tour of Burrito Australia. If you click on videos, is that
It's right
yours?
there.
Is that you? No, that's not you.
What are we talking about?
It
Sorry.
was this morning. That's changed, obviously.
Scoped out is the first one that comes up. Not you, mate.
First one that came up was the shotgun gun chat with Nathan this morning.
No.
Okay.
So if I click on Burrito Australia and I search videos, it's not you, mate.
No, not on Burrito Australia. It was on the
It's
Google
on
page,
Google.
on the first
So
Google.
if I, okay, now I sense it. If I
Before
go
you click on Burrito Australia.
to Australia.
That's because
I got essential shotgun maintenance tips with Byron from Burrito.
There it is,
There
yes.
we go.
Oh, you got that one. Oh, I got the Nathan one. But anyway.
No, I got essential tips.
Yeah,
That's
essential
traffic,
shotgun
isn't it?
maintenance tips.
Yeah, because we type in Nature's Perks, we pop up.
And then
There's
scoped out.
But yes, Nature's Perks comes up straight away. Look at that.
Excellent. Go there, book a hunt.
Yeah.
Actually, don't book a hunt because you booked out.
if you want to book an education hunt, possibly a meat hunt. I'm not sure the meat hunts yet. I'm kind of umming and ahhing because
You're really selling it.
$10 a month for 10 entries every month.
Yeah, do that.
that's a
Yeah.
smart idea.
That's a bargain for the gold tier.
Did you sign us up, Johnny?
I've already checked out, mate. Look at that. It's in my basket. So.
Is it? I mean, have you signed us up, or is it just
Did you sign us up, or did you
Oh,
sign
no, it's just me. I'm wanting that trip, mate.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
sharing that
for
with you
that.
boys.
I'm getting a buy one get one free. So
I'm not. Yeah. So, no. It's not. It's a 300. It's one 350 point SCR stag. It's not.
did you put
split
in?
three ways.
Did you put in campfire as the code when you checked out?
I did not. No.
Oh, see, you've missed out. All right,
I'm
it's
going
done.
to New Zealand, not you.
Bye bye. Nice to chat. Starling's
See
about
ya.
to say good night, so we're done.
Okay.
See you
Night,
guys.
night.
Thanks, boys.
Have fun.
See ya.